So before we get started about talking about the Teen Titans movie, which there's not a lot to go on, so this video is going to be preached. It's going to be much shorter than the others, but he's going back to look at the slate, and it's not as the director and the screenwriter stuff is more filled out than what I remembered it being. So Superman is written and directed by James Gunn. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is written by Anna Nogueira, sorry if he botched that last name, and is directed by Craig Gillespie. Clayface was written by Mike Flanagan, and is being directed by James Watkins. Alright? But then you get to The Authority, which has nothing filled out. Nothing. All we know, we only have the title graphic for the film, and that it's in development. That's it. That movie has nothing. It has nothing announced for it, which, as he already said, as he had read that project was being pushed back, like it wasn't a priority. So yeah, that's why we don't know. We only know the name of the movie. Doesn't have a release date, doesn't have a director, doesn't have any screenwriters or producers. The only thing we know about the status is that it's in development, but it's not in priority right now. Then you have The Brave and the Bold, which also does not have a release date, which we know why, because it could conflict with the Batman Part 2. It has a director, which we know is Andy Muschietti, but because of what they've said with him not actively being involved with the script writing and stuff, and actively being involved in the project and the script writing, that could be kind of a sign, maybe, that he may or may not be directing it. Maybe, possibly. I mean, Safran said they would show it to him after the script is ready, and he'll see if he likes it or not, but that could be kind of a sign that he may or may not direct it. And then we don't know who the screenwriter is. All we know is that James Gunn is working closely with the writer. So, yeah, there's that. And it's another project that's in development. Now, Swamp Thing, which we just talked about in the last video, we don't know when it's being released, and the film is being written by James Mangold, and is also being directed by James Mangold, and it's another project that's in development. So for The Brave and the Bold, we know that it's production is not going to start on that for a long time because of the Batman Part 2 are going to start shooting at the end of this year, and so they don't want two competing Batman franchises competing with each other in the same universe. Well, not the same universe, but they don't want the same character. The movies, they don't want the movies focusing on the same character. They're in different universes, are competing with each other. So we know productions is not going to start on that for a long time, or at least it's not going to start filming for a long time. And for Swamp Thing, we know that James Mangold is also working on a Star Wars movie, that while simultaneously working on Swamp Thing. So yeah, that middle section there, The Authority, Brave and the Bold, and Swamp Thing, we know directors, we don't know release dates, we don't know, and we also, and for the case of The Authority, we don't know the director, we know nothing, basically nothing about that movie. We don't even have a screenwriter. Well, some of these projects have screenwriters, but The Authority doesn't have a screenwriter at all. So at least we know who's directing The Brave and the Bold. We don't know who's writing it, but at least we know something. And for Swamp Thing, at least we know who's writing and directing it. So that's something. So yeah, and then we have other films. So the first half is just labeled Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, and then under that, after Swamp Thing, it says other films. So you have the Untitled Teen Titans film, which we're going to be talking about. There's very little to know about it, but we're still going to talk about it anyways. So it doesn't have a release date. It also doesn't have a director, and we know Anna Nogueira is writing it. Apparently, because it seems like because she did a good job writing the script for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, that they wanted her to write this Teen Titans movie. So we'll see if the script was really that good that they decided to give her another project to write. We'll see when the movie comes out, which won't be for a while. But anyways, and then it's another project that's in development. We also know there's an untitled Bane and Deathstroke movie, which is seeming like people are thinking it's going to be a Secret Six movie. That's the rumor. People are spreading around. We don't know the release date for that movie. We also don't know the director, but we do know who's writing it though, Matthew Orton. So yeah, so we at least know who's writing the Teen Titans in this rumored Secret Six movie. And then finally, we have, so those two are in development. And another interesting thing here, for Clayface, for a project that was announced, a bit, for a project that wasn't in the original plans, it already says pre-production. Another interesting thing here, for a project that wasn't originally in their original plans, as it seems like, Sergeant Rock, again, it doesn't have a release date, but it has a director and it has a writer. So the director will be, if I botch this, he's bad, bro. But Luca Guadagnino, if he botched that, he's bad. And we know Justin, I'm just calling him Justin. I'm not even gonna try. Like, pronouncing Guadagnino and not even knowing if he pronounced it correctly was hard enough. So I'm not going to try with Justin's name. He's going to call him Justin. So we know the writer and director for Sergeant Rock. And another thing, for a project that seemingly was not in the original plans, that movie, Clayface and Sergeant Rock, are also in pre-production. Meanwhile, The Authority over here, for the project that was announced in the original videos, the original DCU Slate video, has nothing. Like that, I find that really, just, I don't know. It's not funny, but it's like, but how could we know nothing about it? I mean, they said they're struggling to come up with a story, but even still, how do we know less about the Authority and more about Clayface and Sergeant Rock? Like, how does that happen? I don't know, but it's happened. So yeah, so these things. So the director and screenwriter are more filled out than I thought they were. So my bad for making that mistake. But yeah. So just some of these projects again, like Superman, Supergirl, Woman Tomorrow are the only projects that should be really announced for this first chapter. No, actually. Okay. Okay. Superman and Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow should be announced for this chapter. And then, if after they have finished written the script, The Brave and the Bold should be announced, should be greenlit and announced to the world. And then I was gonna say, and then that's it. You can do some of this other stuff. So things like, so for example, Clayface, The Authority, Swamp Thing, the Teen Titans, Secret Six, Sergeant Rock. Six of the, how many projects have they announced? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 of the 9 projects that they've announced should be kept under lock and key. We should know nothing about them. All we should know about is that Superman, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and after they have finished writing the script, and then they can greenlit it, and then announce it to the world, The Brave and the Bold. That's how it should be, but it's not. So there's that. But anyways, let's get to what this video is actually about, which is the Teen Titans. We know very little about it. I mean, what's written about it is so small, so that's why most of the video has been taken up about the status of all these films, the release dates, director, screenwriter, and then the status, post-production, filming, pre-production, all that stuff. So yeah, let's get to what this video is actually supposed to be about, which is the Untitled Teen Titans movie. All right, so yeah, he would say, so for this Untitled Teen Titans movie, I think this one's kind of tricky because should it be included in this first chapter or chapter 2? I think we should just focus on the Bat family first, and so then we do a Teen Titans movie in chapter 2. So yeah, he's leaning more that this should be in chapter 2 as well. But continuing on here, so Untitled Teen Titans film, in March 2024, a film centered on the Teen Titans team was revealed to be in development, with Anna Nogueira writing the screenplay. Again, if he bots that name, his bad. Gunn and Safran confirmed that Nogueira had turned in a draft by February of this year. So you'd like to hear that there's already a draft, that's a draft of the script has already been turned in. That's good news. You like to hear that. So this project may actually be more closer to starting filming than something like The Authority, which is crazy. This is a project that was not initially revealed in the DCU video slate of movies that they wanted to do, and yet this movie has a draft of a script already turned in. Like, he doesn't know why he doesn't know why he's laughing. He just finds that really interesting how that happened, how the events work like that. Like, he doesn't really know anything about The Authority, but it's just like because it was announced, and then because they know so little about it, and the only news that they've really heard is that they're struggling to come up with a story, which is really unfortunate for people who actually are a fan of The Authority. And then, like, the Teen Titans is a very cool team. Like, he can't even lie. He's very interested that they announced this project, but it's also like this movie was not revealed in the original video slate of films, but it's still cool that it's happening. A draft of the script being turned in. You like to hear it. That's literally all they know. They know that a Teen Titans movie is in development, and that a screenplay and a draft of the screenplay has been turned in. That's all we know. So this movie, shockingly, may be closer to starting filming than things like The Authority. So yeah. So this is definitely a project he would save for since we're jumping into a world with where there's already a ton of heroes. This is definitely a project he would save for like chapter 2, because then by that point in time, if all the other projects, the movies and TV shows are successful, we know a lot more about this universe, and so therefore you can bring in a team like the Teen Titans, and we can get to see those characters. So this picture, so the lineup, he's seen a lot of videos about the potential lineup of what people would want the lineup to be, and he thinks the lineup should be the Marv Wolfman and George Perez. I think that's their names. I think that lineup is what should be in the movie. Like, I understand Dick Grayson would probably be Nightwing by the time The Brave and the Bold comes out, but like still, having Damian be the leader of the Titans just seems really, especially with what he's heard about Damian's personality. Like, the dude has problems. Like, even more than Jason Todd. Like, the term crash out, I've heard being thrown around, I think. It's like, I'm sorry. But yeah, I definitely think the lineup, he's definitely leaning more towards the side with people who think the lineup should be Starfire, Raven, Cyborg, Beast Boy, and Robin. And the picture that he has up here also has Wonder Girl, I think. Wait, let me check, because I don't want to say Wonder Girl and then that's not who's in this picture. I know it's her real name is Donna Troy, right? I think. Let me look. Okay. Yes, Wonder Girl. Donna Troy. And then I'm assuming this is Wally West in this picture. So yeah, you could do a lineup like this, but this lineup seems good. I think this is a good lineup right here in this photo that he has pulled up. So yeah, I hope the Teen Titans movie is good. I hope the script is good. Hopefully they cast the right actors for these roles. It's gonna be interesting to see what the story is. Are they gonna be adapting a storyline from the Teen Titans lore, or are they gonna be taking elements from various Teen Titans stories from their long history? Who knows? But this project is in a better state than most projects, especially The Authority. I keep making that comparison because it's the only project that we literally know nothing about, where at least every other project we know something about. So yeah, but he hopes it's good. Hope the script, hope they cast the right actors, hope they get a good director. That's also important. Hope it's a good story. So yeah, he's looking forward to this movie. So yeah, we know little to we all we know is that there's we know who's writing it and that they turned in a draft. So we're so these are good things. He keeps repeating the same thing, but yeah. So hopefully the script that she wrote for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, hopefully people who are watching the movie actually think the script is good and is so good that they thought that Gunn and Safran thought it was so good that they decided to give her the opportunity to write this Teen Titans movie. So yeah, we'll see how the audience responds to this movie. And by the movie, I meant Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, and just the overall film itself. If the story and characters are received well, then hopefully that will have people more on board with her being being chosen to write the Teen Titans movie. So anyways, go check out the other videos. We are almost done. We're very close to finishing talking about the movies, and then we're going to talk about the TV show side of things. But we're getting closer and closer. So next up, we have the Untitled, what people have been rumoring to be a Secret Six movie. So yeah, but anyways, like and subscribe. Go check out the other videos. Liking and subscribing would be very much appreciated, and it would help the channel grow. And he really just wants his channel to be doing better than it is doing currently. So yeah, like and subscribe, and follow on Twitter and Instagram. He's not calling it X ever. He's on the side of people who are more on board, who don't want to call it X and just want to call it Twitter. So yeah, he's on that side as well. So follow on Twitter and Instagram if you want to, and like and subscribe. Just very important. So yeah, bye.